Sit by me sad, sit by me sorry. Whatever you have, you don't have to worry. Now just try to relax. This too shall pass, no hurry. I know it's a drag, seems like there's always a season like we never had. But we both know the reason that it ain't so bad. In fact, sometimes it's downright easy. As long as we stay together, we'll always have forever in all the lousy weather. Just get it out, just let it out. Our couple honeybees, flower to flower, come on, honey. Let's use our superpowers. As long as we stay together, we'll always have forever and all the lousy weather. Just get it out, just let it out. I'm just going live for a minute because I was about to track get the party started. Woo. Yeah, I'm just going live for a second because I was about to track the picking guitar on Used to Be a Ramblin' Man we were working on last night. Rob says, was listening to Chris Christopherson live at the Philharmonic. Do you know it? My fave. I bet that would be a good record to listen to to inspire us as we make Picking the Lockdown. The next couple of weeks of shows are going to be pretty boring, except for, OK Google It, I think is coming back, and the whole other, but all the rest of the time, gonna just try to make this record a little. We'll call it a record. What else would we call it? I'm thinking, we'll get a DistroKid or CD Baby distribution thing or something, and just make a record, our quarantine record, Picking the Lockdown. So we've been working on that the last few shows, and people are producing it for me, helping me get out of my head a little bit and have fun making a little record, and chiming in with ideas of what they think should happen on the track. And I'll try anything. I work for you. You're producing this record, basically, with me, co-producing, and it's fun. So for days now, we've been working on Ramblin' Man. And the original guitar picking it sounds nice and feels good, but it has some rhythm issues that have been driving me a little crazy. When I do this one transition, I always get a little off in my rhythm, and it messes up the song there. So I've been meaning to fix it for days. And I was sitting down here. I was like, all right, I'm going to try to play that. And I was like, well, I might as well do it live, so it's documented, so the process is captured. So I think I plugged in. I think I'm gonna use two signals on it. Gianti, tell me about Goodbye America. I love that song. I always play it when I am leaving America. I love this. I think it needs a sequel. Hello America. That's a great idea. I love that idea. Highlight, put Pip, write that down. That's a good one. When America comes back again and we Canadians can come back. Oh, I love it. Yes, hello, America. Goodbye America was actually written on Jam Cruise with my friend Ethan Hawkins. I do a thing on Jam Cruise every year called The Spot, and I get to bring musicians to help me host the Spot. And Ethan Hawkins was on there, and I think he was playing my ukulele, and we were on the back of the boat as we were pulling away, as we were setting sail, and America was shrinking behind us, and he was like, "Goodbye, America." I think he wrote that part, the very first Auf Wiedersehen Adieu. I'm not sure. I can't even remember who wrote what, but he came up with that and was playing ukulele, and then I just started riffing on the band we were going to assemble. I think he did all the, like, we'll go out dancing, we'll have a ball, and then I assembled the band. Gosh, that's such a hard song to remember the words to, and to sing all by yourself. Harmonies carry it so much. Good. I should try a different key. Goodbye, America, Auf Wiedersehen, Adieu. Someday I'll come crawling back to you, and then we'll go out dancing, and we'll have a ball. I'm sure by then I'll be missing y'all. Goodbye, America, Auf Wiedersehen, Adieu. Someday I'll come crawling back to you, and then we'll go out drinking, and we'll have a party, and we'll shoot the moon with our rubber band, and we'll go out dancing, and we'll have a ball. I'm sure by then I'll be missing y'all. Goodbye, America, Auf Wiedersehen, Adieu. Someday I'll come crawling back to you, and then we'll find. So now it's too low. And we'll find somebody who can play guitar. We'll throw them in the air. Oh, I can't remember the order of the. This is like it's like the 12 Days of Christmas, where, you know, you add something and then you sing them all again, and so it just keeps getting, and it's a whole progression. Now we assemble the band. We'll find somebody that can play guitar. Hold on a second. Check. Goodbye, America. Goodbye, America, Auf Wiedersehen, Adieu. Someday I'll come crawling back to you, and then we'll find somebody that can play guitar, and we'll throw him in the air, and we'll make him a star. And we'll go out drinking, and we'll have a party, and we'll shoot the moon with our rubber band. I can't remember it all. I sort of can, but I need everybody singing it with me. And I need a different key than that. And we'll find a drummer and we'll give him trash cans and we'll feed him drumsticks from our pots and pans. And we'll find somebody that can play guitar and we'll throw him in the air and make him a star. And we'll go out drinking and we'll have a party and we'll shoot the moon with our rubber band. And we'll go out dancing and we'll have a ball. I'm sure by then I'll be missing y'all. Goodbye, America, auf Wiedersehen, I do. Someday I'll come crawling back to you. Look what you made me do. Now I'm blushing because I don't want anybody to look at me, so my face will turn bright red now. All right, we're going in. We're going in, folks. Full speed ahead into the track. All right, I need to create 2 tracks for this. Mute the original guitar. 2 tracks. 7 and 8. All right. One first question is, do I want to keep this? If you listen closely, my acoustic guitar is going through a pedal over here called a Mel 9 that adds Mellotron sounds. It's a foot pedal that adds like the sound of a Mellotron. You hear that? Do we keep that or not? We'll be asking ourselves that question quite a bit, I believe, over the course of things. All right. I'm going to use this mic. I might have... Bring it up. I will cut the effects off here. I can just not record them. Just monitor the effects, not record the effects. All right. I think I'm just going to play it through once, stop, and then cut and paste and move stuff around if I have to, or if I don't play it right at all anywhere through it, I will just start over. All right. All right, let me catch up with the chats. Take a breath. Focus. Hey, Christy, good to see you. I hope you are all were singing that along with me, so you didn't have to listen to me butcher that. Yes, we are making it. We are making an album. It's Picking the Lockdown. These are all songs that have either come to life or that have come to life one way or another over the course of this experience of lockdown and streaming and all these songs. The show, we have a relationship online, so it's time to make the record. They're going to let us. Hopefully, lockdown is coming to a close, and as an artist, I hate to emerge from such an experience without a record. Whoa, that is harsh. Trying to cut down smoking by rolling my own a little bit, but boy, that does not have a filter on it right there. And that was dry. It had been sitting out, got dry on me. Ah, sneaky, sneaky. All right, that's pretty loud in my headphones. Probably risky leaving that pedal on, but I'm going to do it just for the heck of it because we're also using this mic. So I have no, this is my new mic. I still haven't used it on an instrument, but I know Brian does it. So oops. Brian says this mic has a sweet spot like you wouldn't like no other mic he's ever seen. He's like, look for it. There, it has. He's never known a mic to have such a specific sweet spot. I, of course, will spend the rest of my life trying to figure out just what he means by that. The signals are looking pretty good, though. It's these two right here, 7 and 8. All right. I'm going to do one. See y'all on the other side. So give me a count in. I might need the metronome for the first verse. This isn't an illness. It's no strange disease. It's just stillness against a maddening breeze that carries those old songs that's bending the trees. But I ain't going, I'm hunkered down on my knees, and it's hard. Yep. I gotta do all that over. And it looks like the waveforms are pretty small. I definitely got some headroom from playing soft, but it also looks big enough to work with. I gotta get it. I gotta focus, breathe into the song. It's hard for me not to put in little micro arrhythmic moments. I get excited. My mind will start to wander or something. But there's so many. Each of those notes is a little beat. So a drummer will hear each of those notes more as like a dit, and within those they can sneak by, but they're unsettling if they're arrhythmic for official recording purposes. Especially as you layer, the more you layer, the more weird it can get. All of a sudden there's a shaker or something and it clashes with the shaker, and then the shaker's upset there, and it can just compound over time. So that's why I've really been meaning to get this guitar fixed. Oh, I just ordered some filters to roll into roll into it. I'm not. It's powerful stuff. I probably could use a little drag to settle down a little bit into this track. All right, I should play it all the way through this time. I wonder if I should cut up the gain on those guys a little bit. Yeah, it's got to be strong and relaxed. This isn't an illness, it's no strange disease. It's just stillness against a maddening breeze that carries those old songs that's bending the trees. But I ain't going, I'm hunkered down on my knees, and it's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. There's signs along the highway, and then there's signs along the highway. Stay and read between the lines, and you're sure to find your way. God, I know that living that life, I swore I'd never stray. But I ain't going, no, I'm going to stay. It's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. Right out of thin air. It's hard to find that in an old rocking chair. But I ain't going, and I'm a really good stop for those that dare. And it's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. That ending's where we left off last night. It was late. It was really late. Man, I'm so confused in some ways about how to play this. I can't stop myself from flourishing. It's so hard to not flourish. But I ended up not doing anything the same way twice once. Like every chorus I played differently. Thank you, Mr. Hat. Cheers. Salutations. Um, every chorus I played completely differently. Every verse I played differently. I would love to find a simple part and just stick to it and not always be drawing attention to itself. But it's so hard not to flourish. I get into it. But then maybe I'm like, I don't know. I'm even like, unfortunately, thinking about this stuff as I'm playing. I'm like, oh no, I don't know. I don't know. What about that? Oh, that was off. That was off. Keep flourishing. I like your spirit. I mean, maybe that's the idea too. So I couldn't I don't know. I couldn't tell if like one of the choruses if I was trying different approaches to see which one was the best or if my instinct was to actually have them be different. I think it's the first time I ever really dug in like I did on that second chorus and was just basically playing rock and roll bar chords all of a sudden. No, it's hard. No one around here can understand. I heard that happen. Anybody else hear that happen when my thumb hit? It's so loud to me. Understand. Stuff like that. This is probably a terrible correlation to make, but a lot of times trying to get a pass on a song is like playing video games. If you play video games, especially platformers, but most of them have this basic thing where you set off and you die fast, and then you go back and you start over, and then you make it a little further. You get past that first obstacle and you make it a little further, and then something kills you and you go back and start over. And each time you progress a little bit further, your muscle memory is coming into play. You're memorizing the layout of the board, and now I go down here and I go up there, and I got to be sure to go. And so a little clank like that is like when you almost get to the end of the board and all of a sudden your thumb hits the thing and it goes click, 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 and you just know that you're going to have to fix that. That's why, I mean, modern age makes it a little bit easier because we can do multiple takes and then paste it together, but I've been trying to avoid that. Watching the way Brian Elijah works and trying to, learn from the masters, gleaming what I can, but I notice that he really doesn't like the takes. And when I think about every record I've ever loved, I mean, up until a certain era, but all through the 50s, 60s, 40s, 30s, 70s, you had to get it in a take. They might punch you in, but you had to perform it live. You couldn't just cut and do 10 takes and cut and paste the best lead solo or something out of all of them. You had to get it. You had to play it. You had to play it. So I like that pressure, and I feel like we should definitely embrace as much of that approach as possible as we make this record. In modern day terms, there's things called take folders, and we should try to avoid them. We already have some. Look, this harmonica solo, that's a take folder right there. I did that 12 times and then cut 11 and 12 together. That's modern day. But if it's just a file, we should shoot for that. Just like this. But holy moly, how could I play this all the way through? What would that mean? What do we want? What do we want to hear? Let's listen to what I just did. Think about that for a second. This isn't an illness. It's no strange disease. It's just stillness against a maddening breeze that carries those old songs that's bending the trees. But I ain't going, I'm hunkered down on my knees. it's hard. Sorry, I was mixing and labeling. Not really listening. I gotta start over. This isn't an illness. It's no strange disease. It's just stillness against a maddening breeze that carries those old songs that's bending the trees. But I ain't going, I'm hunkered down on my knees, and it's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. There's signs along the highway, and then there's signs along the highway. Stay and read between the lines, and you're sure to find your way. God, I know that living that life, I swore I'd never stray. But I ain't going, no, I'm going to stay. It's hard. Thank you. No one around here can understand. You're really nice. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. Can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. Ah, do we like that? It's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. That big chord seems out of place. Which one? But I ain't going. No, I'm going to stay. It's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. Ah. See, I used to be a rambling man. I'm gonna do takes. It's 2021. We can do whatever we want. I overplayed here too, I think. Serious overplaying. I gotta support the harmonica. Don't know where you're going or how you're getting there. You won't believe the magic that rises right out of thin air. And it's hard to find that in an old rocking chair. good stop for those that dare. And it's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. See, I used to be a rambling man. It's still there. Why is it still there? Oh, because that's not it. Okay, I'm going to do another take. In the spirit of old school and limiting our recordings, we just won't do too many. Is that your thumb after, at the end, or there's definitely a couple of good thumbs in there. But I ain't going. Now I'm a really good stop for those that dare. And it's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. Yeah, it's when I pluck the string. I almost hate to even introduce this because I want to get this guitar track done before dinner. But there is the possibility that of the nylon. So hard not to flourish. Try to keep me from flourishing. Come on, bring it. I will flourish. Any thoughts? We need. I need like Insta poll on here. I need just like immediate poll. Yeah, the thing is, we don't want to get. Elizabeth says, do as many as you want. Honestly, each version has its own feel. I know that's the problem, though. And then I get torn between the feels. I'm like, oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. And, like Bill Palmer says, the chicken contributes, the pig commits. When it comes time to making the record, it's time to commit. And we are making this record. I'm not going to draw this out. We're going to make it. We're going to put it up on Spotify or whatever. From Hippie Fiasco Rides Again to the World. We love you. We made you a record while in lockdown. Picking the lockdown. So I'm hoping we get this done, ASAP. We're not going to go back to regularly scheduled programming where we just we got work to do. And then we'll take a vacation of shows, not from shows, but back to the shows that aren't work. So Rob says nylon. Really? You feeling it? Should we hear it in context? Do a pass and A/B it. The steel string has a good thing on this song too, but maybe some of those flourishes wouldn't jump out in the same way on a nylon. Let's mute these guys. This doesn't have a pickup in it, so we'll just duplicate that mic channel. Alright, here we'll just throw one down real quick. Just to listen to it and see what we think, how it sits in the mix. Oh, that sits real nice in the mix there. Listen to that. That's sitting real nice in the mix. That's where we want to get everything just comfy in the mix, just sitting cozy in the mix. Let's give it a shot. No, might as well start at the beginning, I reckon. This isn't an illness, it's no strange disease. It's just stillness against a maddening breeze that carries those old songs that's bending the trees. But I ain't going, I'm hunkered down on my knees, and it's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. There's signs along the highway, and then there's signs along the highway. Stay and read between the lines, and you're sure to find your way. God, I know that living that life, I swore I'd never stray. But I ain't going, no, I'm going to stay. And it's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. When you don't know where you're going or how you're getting there, you won't believe the magic that rises right out of thin air. It's hard to find that in an old rocking chair. I'm a really good stop for those that dare. And it's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. So I was leaning my head away to try to keep the click track from bleeding into the microphone, because there's nothing worse than having a nice acoustic fade out and you hear this. Terrible, terrible. Well, that was fun. A whole new set of flourishes that I couldn't keep myself from doing. Holy moly. Am I more confused, or are we closer than ever? Am I gonna be late for dinner? This isn't an illness, it's no strange disease. I sort of love that. Something happened right there that I sort of love. Save. I saved. This isn't an illness, it's no strange disease. It's just stillness against a maddening breeze that carries those old songs, that's bending the trees. But I ain't going, I'm hunkered down on my knees, and it's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. So is that too much there? Those little rolls? I should just start trying to figure out how to smoke my pipe. Maybe that's the move. Over to pipe. Rolling your own cigarettes is a mess. It's just a mess. It's like back when I used to love peanuts in the shell until I realized everywhere I sat for a little while, when I got up, I left like a chalk outline of my body in the wherever I was sitting. Just you could see the outline of my body in the little shell fragments that it's like the flourishes. No matter how hard I try, there's that little outline. Are they too much in this first chorus? I'm hunkered down on my knees, and it's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. I have a rolling machine. I got one. There's signs along the highway, and then there's signs along the highway. Stay and read between the lines, and you're sure to find your way. Nice, GMT. God, I know that living that life, I swore I'd never stray. That part is always the hardest, and I always tend to want to throw in a flourish that becomes arrhythmic, and I just haven't settled on a way to really, I love that moment in the song, and I just get too excited about it. God, I know that living that life, coming up here, I ain't going. Never stray. But I ain't going. No, I'm going to stay, and it's hard. Yeah, see, that's weird. I had fun doing that, though, going into the chorus. No, I'm going to stay, and it's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. Oh, that's too much. It doesn't need to jump out there at all. It should basically disappear and just support the harmonica somehow. It should just... See, I used to be a ram. chair. That's interesting. Out of thin air. It's hard to find that in an old rocking chair. Is that nice? I think that's nice, right? Can you hear how much the guitar is doing right there? Let's solo it for a second. It's hard to find that in an old rocking chair. But I ain't going. I'm a really good stop for those that dare. It's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. You hear the click? Oh, God. See, I used to be a rambling man. To mute the click. Okay, here's the plan. I'm loving it too. I'm really glad we did this. Yes, that's the ticket. It's a whole thing. Very psyched about it. I think the plan. I think I'm gonna do it 2 more times. Just record them, play it straight through right here, make a little folder, and then when I come back on later tonight, we can splice it together. I feel like I could make if I just had that one, I could make it work. I could copy and paste a couple of nice moments, but it's just so fun to do. Why not do it 2 more times? It's 2021. Maybe we'll come up with another one of those. I like that even more. Each time I listen to it, I like it more. Hard to find that in an old rocking chair. The guitar's doing a lot of work there. It becomes very sort of orchestral there. So, color me intrigued. The nylon. There was a whole Buddhist moment that happened on that first verse on the original take though that I'm really in love with. Illness. It's no strange disease. It's just stillness against a maddening breeze that carries those old songs. I like that a lot. Oh, Giante, I am seeing your post too about Brad, and you definitely should try to over the next couple of weeks get him in on the process a little bit. He even has a home recording set up at home, so maybe we can get him to play some stuff on it. At least get his expertise in on in the meeting. I was thinking Andrew too. I sort of want Andrew to come in here and control my screen like you can do, and play around with the drums. I don't know anything about it. So we're definitely going to be breaking down the drums at some point soon on all the tracks. But Andrew would be fun to have on in that regard. Just let him control the mouse and click around and be like, well, let's put the kick here. It'd be I would learn so much from watching him think out loud about that. I think it's sounding pretty good. This is for the record, so let's check the tuning. All right. This isn't an illness. It's no strange disease. It's see, I'm already trying too hard. Good advice there. Don't rush the tuning. This isn't an illness. It's no strange disease. It's just stillness against a maddening breeze that carries those old songs that's bending the trees. But I ain't going, I'm hunkered down on my knees, and it's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. God, I'm so far out of the pocket where I was. Maybe we got it. Maybe that was the take. All that talk of alchemy. Maybe that's why all the alchemists failed, because they didn't realize they had succeeded. This is Swaby. I've been thinking about you. I was like, Swaby's gonna be psyched. We're getting this done. He loves this song. But yeah, we decided to try the nylon guitar on it. Check it out. This isn't an illness. It's no strange disease. It's just stillness against a maddening breeze that carries those old songs that's bending the trees. But I ain't going, I'm hunkered down on my knees, and it's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. signs along the highway. And then there's signs along the highway. Stay and read between the lines, and you're sure to find your way. God, I know that living that life, I swore I'd never stray. But I ain't going, no, I'm going to stay. And it's hard, no one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. When you don't know where you're going. Oh, nice. Getting there. Nice, nice. He likes it. You won't believe the magic that rises right out of thin air. And it's hard to find that in an old rocking chair. I'm a really good stop for those that dare. And it's hard, no one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. I think we got it. There might be, there's a couple of like thumb hits or whatever that could probably just be salvaged from some other verse or something. It's a little weird going into the second chorus. I don't, how precise do we be? How precise can we be? Huh. Thoughts? I don't know. I'm going to have to break for dinner. We'll come back later tonight. Pick up where we left off. But if I should do it again, I should do it now while we're in the bubble. Because we're going to have to comp between the two. Everything, the air will change between now and then. And I'll play another guitar part and they won't work together or something. Chopping vegetables and loading the crock pot for a wintertime chicken a la king. Fun hearing Ramblin' Man now. I love it. Working side by side. It's perfect. So do we cut and splice that one? Or do I, for some reason, need to do it again? That's the question at the moment. All right. Oh my goodness, you guys are getting me fired up for dinner. But it's too late to go stew. But I'm loving the sound of this. Maybe a stew tomorrow. I've been thinking stew. I just haven't done it. Well, I mean, it's been a number of days since I've done a good stew. Long enough to do it again. You guys are okay. Rob says do it again. I like your style. What am I shooting for? What just playing it straight, or is there something where I should aspire to? Yeah, I'll sing for my dinner. I'll play for my dinner. Earn it. I'll get if I nail it this take, I'm allowed to I can have the other half of my bologna sandwich. That's really good advice. I think there's a lot of truth to that. Molly says always do it while you're hungry. That's there's wisdom there. It's not that doesn't mean it's always true. It just means there's wisdom there. This isn't an illness. It's no strange disease. It's just stillness against a maddening breeze that carries those old songs that's bending the trees. But I ain't going, I'm hunkered down on my knees, and it's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. There's signs along the highway, and then there's signs along the highway. Stay and read between the lines. All right, I'm going to punch in there for two reasons. One, so I can cut the click off so I don't have it at the very end. And, well, that's a good enough reason right there. I'm going to cut this click off and hop in there. Man. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. There's signs along the highway, and then there's signs along the highway. Ah, man. You can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. There's signs along the highway. I'm feeling that picking up there, but it's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. There's signs along the highway, and then there's signs along the highway. Keep snapping the strings. I don't like it. No one around here can understand. It's hard. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. There's signs along the highway, and then then there's signs along the highway. Gotta quit snapping, and I sort of missed the click. No one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. There's signs along the highway, and then there's signs along the highway. Stay and read between the lines, and you're sure to find your way. God, I know that living that life I swore I'd never stray. Oh my gosh, I'm all over the place. I can't stop snapping. Maybe there's something. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. There's signs along the highway, and then there's signs along the highway. Stay and read between the lines. That's too much, right? I had to try it. There's signs along the highway, and then there's signs along the highway. Stay and read between the lines. There's signs along the highway, and then there's signs along the highway. Yeah, I'm just making stew. I'm making stew in the mix. It's a nice thick stew. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. There's signs along the highway, and then there's signs along the highway. Stay and read between the lines, and you're sure to find your way. God, I know that living that life I swore I'd never stray. I ain't going, no, I'm going to stay. And it's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. When you don't know where you're going or how you're getting there, you won't believe the magic that rises right out of thin air. It's hard to find that in an old rocking chair. I'm a really good stop for those that dare. And it's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. Alright, 2 reasons to do the end a couple of times. Get it without the click and fix that. Old rocking chair. Old rocking chair. But I ain't going. I'm a really good stop for those that dare. And it's hard. No one ran. God, do I pick it or strum it? Old rocking chair. But I ain't going. I'm a really good stop for those that dare. And it's hard. Oh, that's the one I liked from down here. Never mind. But I ain't going. I'm a really good stop for those that dare. And it's hard. No one around here can understand. Yeah, I could definitely live with that. It's fun to do. I'm going to do it again. Old rocking chair. But I ain't going. I'm a really good stop for those that dare. And it's hard. No one around here can understand. Why does so much? Feels like everything drops out there. What happened? We'll have to figure that out later tonight. Old rocking chair. But I ain't going. I'm a really good stop for those that dare. And it's hard. No one around here can understand. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. The guitar was still ringing out there. All right, we'll get the last strum just for... It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. Cut my headphones down. Even the vocal probably bled into that a little bit. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. Did you hear the guitar squeak on my leg a tiny bit? Who's in headphones out there? Right there. Right there. It's alright. Could live with it, but it's there. Right there. a little leg. But I just eyeballed that. I wasn't even listening. Just lining it up with this guy. Still didn't completely work. Don't want that click. That's a little better. It's hard. See, I used to be a rambling man. You have to get that weird ah out of there too. All right, well that gives us. I think we got the parts for the nylon guitar. We can fix that later. I think we can make. I know how we can make that work, no matter what. See, I used to be a rambling man. But do you mean the song in general ends too abruptly? We could definitely look at that. Could add a little piano outro or something. We tried a couple of things last night that didn't quite work, but we'll definitely be looking at that. Well, good work, everybody. That was fun. Thank you so much for helping. You're now you can add producer to your credits. Co-producer. Yeah, I co-produced an album. It's called "Picking the Lockdown" by Nathan Moore, and I was co-producer on it. So, yep, that happened. I'll see you later tonight. We'll figure this out. Baby steps. We're making a record, but we have a deadline, folks. Crunch is on. No fooling around. Let's make this record. Let's get her done. Can't do it without you. I'll see you later.
One ring to rule them all, and one ring to find them, one ring to bring them all, in the darkness bind them. There's only 2 lines of verse long and in open law. 3 rings for the elven kings under the sky, 7 for the dwarf lords in their halls of stone, 9 for mortal men doomed to die, 1 for the dark lord on his dark throne in the land of Mordor where the shadows lie. 1 ring to rule